Hey guys, so today I wanted to give my thoughts on the smart bricks and everything that's going to be happening in the March 2026 wave next year. I know I'm a little late to party on this. I just didn't have time over the weekend to record a video on this. That's why I got two up last week. So I was like, oh, I'll have my two for the week done. And then this news came out. So we've just gotten a lot of news. Like we've probably gotten like 4 or 5 videos worth of news in the past week. And I only had time to record two. So this one is going to be a little late, going to be going up this week. Hopefully, I'll have another one up later this week. It's like a more general video because I think this is like the third news video in a row I've done, but might even be more than that. I don't remember what I did before that, but it's at least the third. So hopefully, we'll be back to more normal videos. So first off, make sure you guys like the video. If you like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel and follow the Instagram linked in the description below. I do appreciate it. And yeah, enough talking. Let's get right into this. So, the March 2026 sets, you pretty much see all of them here, at least like a general idea of what they are. So, these are all smart brick sets, from my understanding. There is three that actually have the smart brick in them, and five that are compatible with them, which, from my understanding, means that they have the figures but no actual brick in them. So I don't know how that works, if it's just the figures or if it's like you can take the brick from one of these sets and put it in these sets. I don't know. I don't think we know that much yet. It says all in one sets include the smart brick, wireless charger, smart figs, and smart tags. Compatible sets include smart figs and smart tags. So I have no idea what a smart tag is. I don't know if that's like a noisemaker or something or what. I have no idea. But the smart figs do have like the electronic stuff in them, all that. So let's get right into it. This first one here, we got a rough start. I think this is the worst one. I believe there has been like an actual image of this that was leaked. I obviously can't show that, but it does not look good. We have 584 pieces for, I'll just say $100 for the Luke's X-Wing here. You get Pilot Luke and Princess Leia as the smart minifigures, and then regular minifigures, you get a Stormtrooper, Rebel Technician, R2D2. You get the smart brick, you get the wireless charger, and you get the smart tags. So, I mean, I do understand the pricing on these. Like, I get it. The technology probably isn't cheap, but this one's a little much. Like, I compared these to power functions back in the day, and let me check. I pulled up, this is the older power functions here. This was the electronic thing Lego was doing when I was growing up. These things were pretty cool, but I think they've mostly phased these out. I don't know if they do anything similar to this anymore. I'll be honest, I don't really pay attention to this type of thing, but as you can see here, the entire thing was $30. You get the motor, you get the lights, you get the switch, you get some pieces to go with it. So I don't consider that crazy. But to think that like one brick like that is adding essentially $30 onto this, that's just crazy to me. Like you have one brick with all this in it here, whereas that one it was $30. You get the battery pack, which that thing's pretty big. Like it's probably a good like 3 inches by like 2.5 inches, 3 inches by 2 inches. Like it's and then like an inch thick. It's a good brick. Like that thing is huge. And then you have the which I guess in the case of Lego, bigger like that is not necessarily better, but then you have the motor piece, you have the switch piece, and you have the lights piece, all for $30. Whereas this, you just have, from my understanding, it's basically like a noise brick with some lights on it. Maybe I don't know. Like we don't know that much about these. At least I don't. Maybe there's something I missed, but I don't think there's been that much that's come out about them. But just the pricing on this is just crazy. Like I said, you're looking at probably a $30 markup on this. If we're being realistic, 584 pieces for a Star Wars set, you're looking at $70 these days. Like you're not looking at $60 like you would in non-licensed themes. If this was a city set, 584 pieces, it would probably be $60. If you're lucky, it might even be 50. But In Star Wars, we're looking at 70. So this is like $30 overpriced. The build, from what I understand, looks like trash. The figures are good. Like 5 figures in $100 set is pretty standard at this point. At least we're not getting shafted on those because of the smart figs. But one of them's R2D2, so like realistically, for 99% of people, like you're getting 4. Like everyone already has like 10 R2D2s. Um, don't really need one of those, but I don't know. Maybe I'm overhating the smart bricks, but I don't know. It also says side builds include a small Imperial turret, a Rebel ground crew vehicle, and a small Rebel build to interact with. I didn't even read this part. Does that mean the X-Wing is probably like 450 pieces? That sounds like nothing. Like you're looking at 450 pieces on this X-Wing. This is bad. This is real bad. I don't know. Next up, we have the Vader's TIE Advanced. 473 pieces for $70. So we are looking at 100 less pieces for $30 less. That X-Wing is bad. This is one that if it looks good, it's like the only one I'd actually consider picking up, because at least of the main smart brick sets, because of I just don't own a Vader's TIE Advance yet, and if I don't get this one, we probably won't see another one for. I mean, it was 10 years between this one and the last one in 2016, I believe. I don't think there was another one in between there, unless I just completely missed it. Maybe there was like a polybag or something, but I'm not counting that. And then it says side build includes a small Rebel turret and a small Imperial build to interact with. So again, you're looking at this actual TIE fighter being 400 pieces, 350 pieces. Like, that just sounds so small to me. I don't know. Maybe they'll make it work. I can't hate on it too much before it's released, but also this one only has 2 figures in it. It has Darth Vader and a Rebel soldier. That just does not sound like much. But I don't know. Like I said, this one is the only one that I might consider, but it would be on sale, and it would be if this thing is actually like a great build, because I would not use it for the smart brick compatibility. I just don't care about that. Next up, we have the Throne Room Duel, 962 pieces, $150. Yikes, man. As Vader, Palpatine, Luke as the smart minifigures, and then regular minifigures, A-Wing Pilot, Royal Guard, 2 of them supposedly. Supposedly in this one you get 2 smart bricks, which I don't know how that would work. From my understanding, I thought the smart brick was like the central hub and other things interact off of it. So I don't know what the point of putting 2 in there is. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding how it works, but that's how I thought it was. The build is a round platform with long axles to use to make minifigures duel, similar to this set here, the Mustafar duel. Throne Room is attached to that. Side builds are a Death Star 2 turret and a A-Wing. Smart Brick will react to these. So again, the main build, if you're having an A-Wing side build, that's probably 200 pieces. And that turret's probably another 50 to 100. Like, you're looking at, let's be generous and say 250 for the 2 side builds. You're looking at a 700 piece Throne Room. That just sounds like nothing. Like, I don't know. This one is a definite no, because I have the, you can like vaguely see it right there. I think that's the front of it there. You can kind of see a Royal Guard there. I have the 2015 like Emperor's Throne Room set, and then I have the UCS Death Star as well. So this set is probably the biggest no-go. Like, it doesn't matter what they do with this thing. It can be the greatest build of this ever. I won't be buying it. But yeah, I don't know. This one and the X-Wing, I think, are the 2 worst out of all of them. Like, this just sounds bad. The Luke's Landspeeder here is 255 pieces for $40, which, that's bad, but far from the worst thing I've ever heard. You get the Smart Fig Luke, you get a Jawa, a Gonk Droid, and whatever a smart tag is. Includes a Tatooine Hut side build, no smart brick included, yada yada yada. The windscreen piece is supposedly new too. I remember seeing that in a post today. This post is from a couple days ago, but the post about the windscreen was from either today or yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was today. I'm recording this on Monday. The set itself, 255 pieces for $40. Sounds not great. Realistically, this set should probably be like $30, which means in Star Wars it's probably going to be 35, which means 40 isn't too crazy. But I don't know. it has been a few years since we've gotten a Luke's land speeder. I think it's been like 5 years, maybe 6 years, which by Lego Star Wars standards, not counting the UCS one, of course, that was like 2022, but by Lego Star Wars standards, 5 or 6 years for a Luke's land speeder, that's quite a while. Um, there was a point there, like late 2010s, we were getting one every like 2 years. So the fact we went that long, I'm not very surprised we're getting one of these. But so far, in my opinion, this one is the least bad that we've looked at so far. But overall, another one that I'm just not going to be getting. I already have one of these from the 2014 Cantina, so I just don't need it. Unless, like I said, unless it's the best build of one of these we've ever gotten, I don't plan on getting it. And it would probably go right up there next to my Cantina. It would not be independently displayed. It would replace the 2014 one. This one, ATST, 347 pieces, $50. You get a Scout Trooper, which makes no sense, and then you get an Ewok. I don't understand why there's a Scout Trooper. I hope there's a pilot, because otherwise that makes no sense. Maybe whatever pictures the leakers saw of the set itself had the figure in the cockpit. I hope. I'd hope there's a third figure in these, and it's the ATST pilot. That just makes no sense otherwise. Like, having a Scout Trooper pilot, that just makes no sense. You get a speeder bike side build, and the ATST has a giant head, supposedly. I don't know if that means it's a molded head. I hope not, but who knows? At this point, who knows? But 347 pieces for $50. Like I said, $10 overpriced at this point, basically expecting it. But you're looking at, I mean, say the speeder bike takes 50 pieces, you're looking at a 300 piece ATST. That sounds so small to me. That's like side build in the Battle of Endor set amount of pieces, I feel like. This sounds tiny. I have no interest in this. Like, and I don't know. I don't have interest in these sets because they're smart brick sets in the first place, but like some of these, especially where they just have UCS variants, I just don't care. Like, I would have never bought this in the first place. Even if they were releasing a play scale ATSD, I almost certainly wouldn't have bought it. I just bought the UCS one a couple months ago. I just would almost certainly not buy this thing. The Dagobah training. Now, this one is the only other one that interests me, along with the TIE Advanced, just because I don't have anything from this scene. So I might just pick it up so I have something from Dagobah, unless it's really bad. Like this one realistically I think is the most likely for me to pick up, because I feel like it's the least likely to be bad out of the two. Like this one and the TIE Advanced are the only ones I'd even consider. And I feel like this one is the least likely to be bad, just because it's a scene, it's not like a ship. Like if you're making a downscaled ship, it's a lot easier to make that bad than it is to make a scene like this. Like the hut's a hut. Like it's not going to be that bad, hopefully. I don't want to speak too soon, but it says main build is a large Yoda hut, side build is a tree with a lever hidden in the build that lifts up a large crate build. That's kind of cool, depending on how they do it, maybe with like a piece of string or something. But it says you get Dagobah, Luke, and Yoda as your smart minifigures, and then regular R2D2, and then whatever a smart tag is. Like I said, I still don't know what that is. I assume it's whatever makes it interact with the smart brick, but 440 pieces for $70. This one is quite overpriced. It's definitely a wait and get on sale one for me, but because I'm not enthusiastic about it, but it's just one like, yeah, I might get it eventually, and if it's bad, I won't. But this is the one that it's probably the most likely for me to get. Next up, we have the Mos Eisley Cantina. There's a few more slides on this, but I thought this was like it. I thought Mos Eisley was the last one. Maybe I'm blanking on something. But this is 666 pieces for $80, and for the smart minifigures, you get Greedo. Regular minifigures, you get 2 Bith musicians, a Sand Trooper, Obi-Wan, additional minifigures, question mark. I'd be shocked if we didn't get Han Solo in this set, as well as probably Chewbacca and a bartender. Like, those are almost a certainty, I think. And then it says main build is similar to the 2014 set. Side build is brick built dewback. So again, you're looking at probably 550 pieces for the main build of the set, which that doesn't sound that bad. I don't remember how many pieces are in that 2014 one, but it's a pretty decent sized build. That's I do have that one, so if it's similar to that, I think it's going to be a pretty good set. And again, this one's only about $10 over what it should be, so I don't think pricing is that crazy on this one. But I think when it comes to value for your money, this is probably the best one. Like I said, I just have the 2014 one and the MBS. So this one is completely off the table for me again. Similar to the Death Star one where it's like I just don't need it. Like it might be good, but I just don't need it at all. But this one I think if you don't have a Cantina already, probably consider picking this up at least on sale because if you're looking at 20% off, that's like $64, so $64, that's probably about where this set should be if you're looking at like the 10 cents per piece ratio. $65 for that many pieces is about spot on there. So this one I think is gonna be the best one, hopefully. But out of these smart brick sets, I think it'll be the best. But overall, I'm not too excited for this personally, but I think it is the best one. Oh, I forgot about the Falcon. The Millennium Falcon, 885 pieces for $100. It includes smart minifigures Han Solo and Chewbacca, regular minifigures C-3PO, unknown fig style for Farm Luke. I assume a smart figure because they already did it, but who knows? And that's smart tag. Now, this is actually the second video in a row I'm taking this thing down. Here is the midi scale Falcon. It is not very big. It's probably about the size of my face. I have a big head, but it's probably about the size of my face for this set. And it's a decent size model, but it's not that big. And this thing is $80. Obviously, it has no interior. This thing, I would hope, would have an interior. But I would not expect it to be much bigger than this. Maybe a few studs longer, a few studs wider, but like I said, this is an $80 set, and this is a $100 set with minifigures, and I think it's around the same piece count. Obviously, it's probably going to be less detailed, maybe use some bigger pieces, but I wouldn't expect it to be much bigger than that. Maybe a few studs wider, a few studs longer, but I just don't know how you're going to fit an interior in this. Like, that sounds crazy to me. 800, basically 900 pieces for a Falcon when I have that thing up there and it's around the same piece count and it's pretty tiny. Like, I can palm that thing almost, and I don't know. This one, another one I'm just not excited about at all. And I don't even own a Playscale Falcon. I was hoping to pick up the next one, and this one just doesn't interest me. I own the Dark Falcon. That's the only Playscale Falcon I own. I own the Dark Falcon and I own the Midi Scale Falcon, and I will eventually likely own the UCS one, but I don't think this one's going on that list of sets I'm picking up. This one just doesn't really interest me. I I don't know. I'm surprised this one doesn't include the smart brick also, because I figured they'd do it with the more expensive ones, but this one's $100, and I don't know. I don't think it's that bad of a value, to be honest with you. Like $100 for 900 pieces with 4 figures isn't that crazy, but I just think it's gonna be so small, this thing. Like, I don't know. I think this one along with the Cantina are probably the best value, but I just don't know. I know I've been saying that a lot in this video because, I mean, this is... Really, it's only 4 months out. It's not that far away, but it's just going to be so small in my opinion. It's probably going to be, I don't know, 10% bigger than the midi scale. But last one. Oh, that's it. So that's it for that slideshow. My final thoughts are pricing on these sets is pretty bad. I'm generally not looking forward to any of these. Like I said, I might pick up 1 or 2 of them on sale, but that's about it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Sorry this video was super negative. My past couple, I think, were relatively positive. I'm looking forward to like half of the January wave, but this March wave is just almost an entire skip for me. Like I said, there might be one I pick up on sale, but January wave, the mini scale sets and the Cobb Van Speeder are looking pretty sweet. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below your thoughts on the smart brick and these sets in general. Have a great day. Bye.